Oh yes, good morning. I know if you saw the thumbnail and you saw the title, we're gonna show you the new Harley 140 horsepower Knucklehead. It's the K8. It is the Knuckle M8 motor that just came out. Or did it really? It doesn't exist. I'm gonna drop it right now. That motor does not exist. It is going to exist because I'm going to build it today. Today we're going to build an M8 into a high performance Knucklehead, a new one. I know all you old school Knucklehead guys are gonna be super pissed off. That's not a Knucklehead, which no shit, it's not a Knucklehead. A Knucklehead's an old piece of shit that barely runs. This is a high quality, high performance, 4-valve per head, ripping M8 motor that we're gonna put some Knucklehead accessories on and a whole bunch of really nasty ass HP and a whole bunch of really nasty HPI parts. They're gonna make this thing a monster. This is episode 13, I believe, of the great YouTube build-off brought to you by the one and only Harley Davidson. It's us versus Thrashin Supply this season. But here we go. We're gonna build this thing today. We're gonna get this motor together. We're gonna walk you through the whole entire process, start to finish, and at the end, we will show you what the new M8 Knucklehead can look like. And it's gonna blow your fucking mind where these Knucklehead parts come from. First thing we have right here is the very first Thundermax EFI tuner for the 2025 Softail. We're gonna be tuning all this with this when it gets into the bike. We should have the frame back from powder coat tomorrow, hopefully, because we have 14 days to build this bike completely and be on the road. Holy f***. All right, well, anyways, next up, one of the first ones available for the 2025 model, the intake, the throttle body. They have new throttle bodies, new intake plenums, all that. It's all new, so this is a completely different setup. This is the HPI. It's really, really aggressive. It looks really, really sick. I love this part of it. It looks dope. Can't put my own air cleaner cover on there, but this one is pretty sick, so I like it. We also, courtesy of HPI, we've got a T-Man 520 cam. It's like a 222 duration on the intake and a 260 on the exhaust, so that should make some decent overlap, so it should make a good amount of cylinder pressure, which this is a huge lift cam for an M8. You can run like a 525 lift cam in the 2025s and up now. Before, you can only go to like a 475 to like a 484-ish around there, which I put a 484 in that motor right there, and it made 132 and 138. So this is a much, much more aggressive cam. We're doing some other things to it, so we're hoping to make around 140. I would say, honestly, mid 130s, 140 would be astronomical. We are running straight pipe, so I mean, it's not the most power-making exhaust in the world, so we're probably going to be in the 130s, but 130 horsepower in a chopper any day is awesome. We got all that. We got some S&S push rods that were available. And then the crowning jewel. This is what I'm most excited about. I've had this box for about a week and a half. I have not opened it yet because I want my reaction to be genuine. I want you to go along for the ride with me. Guess I should have opened the first box way ahead of time. Now that I have a smaller box. These are from none other than last year's competition in the build-off, Blockhead Moto. These are from my friend John. He built these for his Born Free build that he did out of an M8 that he kind of built it back into an old like panhead style bike. I think that was one of the dopest builds I saw last year. I loved it. And I love the boxes that he had made for it. So he is manufacturing these now. These are now available. These will be available on KruesiOriginals.com. As long as they fit right. I also haven't put them on yet, so be prepared, John. If these don't fit, I'm going to blast you all over it. I was looking if I left anything in there. So I could get a sniff of John. Oh, John, are you there? John! This is an astronomical amount of machine work, and to make something like this happen, this is f***ing impressive. They're working with some serious people over there. They've got a really righteous team behind this. I thought there was no way they'd be able to do this without doing the top and bottom rocker box, but it looks like it's just the top rocker box, so this day is gonna get a whole lot easier. We're almost there. I know, I'm building a chopper and everybody watching this for the chopper is just flaming pissed right now. Well, Knucklehead is blah, 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 blah. Right on, man. You can't afford one for one, and two, no one can afford one unless you're like Jason Samoa Cookies, and then you can go get some rocker boxes on your Knucklehead, your actual Knucklehead, but this is not it. This is affordable Knucklehead that's not gonna break down, and you don't have to carry a whole truckload of tools and extra parts and be rich and all that shit. Maybe have a little bit of money because these probably aren't that cheap, but that's gonna be like the crowning achievement on the old bike. One thing we gotta check is all the valve spring clearance in here with that big ass cam. Let's get to work. I wanna see these on the bike. This is the first thing we're gonna do. F it. Nah, we'll do these last. All right, well, I guess it's time to just tear this bad boy apart. That's cam position sensor. It looks a lot like a crank position sensor. New for 2025. On the Softail, they've been out since 24 on the bagger. So, there it is. Cam cover's off. We'll let that dude drain on my little tray right there. This right here is all the sensors reading. This will blow your mind. All of the hype and all of the shit that goes on about the cam position sensor, and you can't use cams, and what cam can I use in my 2025? Oh no. You know what cam you can use in your 2025? Any cam that fits in any M8, because they're all the exact same cam. This shit literally just bolts onto the end of any one of those cams. Just sandwiches right to the end of it. You just sandwich it between the bolt that goes in there anyways and this. I don't know how in the hell it's timed. It's not keyed. It's not any of that shit. It's so f***ing weird. On the bagger anyways. I haven't done a Softail. This might be different. But on the bagger, it's completely different. It's super weird. Let's take a look. Should we unsolve the mystery? I don't think this gun's got the juice to take this off. So, factory bolt. Maybe a tiny bit longer, I doubt it. The regular washer, hard washer that's on the end of every single one of them. And this is the sensor. No key, no nothing to line it, don't clock to anything, nothing. You literally just bolt it on the end of the cam, the sensor reads it and times it somehow. I don't get it, but that's it. We've solved so many mysteries today. I'm like Angela Lansbury out here. I'm just gonna keep these dudes together because we're reusing this whole entire oil pump, everything. This new generation cam plate and oil pump is quite good. Next, we're gonna pop some push rods. We're gonna do this quick and easy. I don't wanna take the bottom rocker boxes off or the rockers at all. I'd rather just leave them all factory bolt up. So, yeah, baby. In the trash with you, my friend. Nice Harbor Freight set of bolt cutters. Quickest way to remove push rods. Get them up nice and deep. You got old O-rings, anything, always throw them immediately in the trash. Never set them anywhere. They go straight into the trash, no matter what. Throw them on the fucking floor, whatever you gotta do. Don't leave them in there, don't leave them anywhere. Throw them in the trash, because when you get this motor back together and you find one laying on the table that you should have thrown away and you go, holy shit, is that the one from the motor or the one I should have thrown away? And now you gotta pull the motor apart to see, because you have to. You gotta check. So don't waste that time. Just throw your shit away right now. Man, these are nice. So look at this. I thought that said off, but it's 9-finger fab. These are rocker holders. These are adjustable. It was like a mechanic made these. So put them in here, magnetize them onto your lifters really hard and pull the lifter up. All right, see if she stays. Because if I can keep taking those off, that's one less gasket. That's one less part of the puzzle I got to deal with. I think we'll pull the oil pump out all in one shot. Maybe take it apart. Take it apart. Here she comes. Let's see if she clears the tools. Get them all out. Came right out super easy. Those are dope. Those work. That shit works. Like, that's... Especially if you're working on an Evo or an older twin cam where you're scraping gaskets off, like that could save you hours of work right there. Probably saved me 20 minutes, but 20 minutes is 20 minutes. Stock cam in these comes with a bigger cam than what we normally put in them back in the day. There's the oil pump, which we can, look at this, come here. Let's just leave that right there. There's no reason to pull it out whatsoever. It's already set, it's already ready to go. All we gotta do now is pull that bearing out, because it might be a turreting bearing back there. If it is, we don't gotta do shit but put a cam in. I'll be dipped in shit. Dude, so, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but that is a Torrington bearing. So it's solid rollers. That's what you always upgrade to. The stock bearings are like, it's roller cage. They're separated. And you want to swap them to a Torrington because it's just a much longer longevity bearing, a lot less parts to fail. You always upgrade to that. Harley Davidson always puts cheap cam bearings in. That's Torrington bearing right there from factory. Just clean the cam in the solvent tank. Always clean a cam before you put it in your bike. Don't just take it out of the box and put it in your motor. Don't just take any shit out of the box and just throw it in your motor. Let's make sure this cam don't hit the case anywhere. Cam plate. Let's lube her up just a little more just because. Why the fork knot, you know? Why fork and knot? Cam's done. I'm going to bolt this dude up. We're gonna do the old alignment process. I'm gonna pop out a service manual, walk y'all through all that stuff. And then we're gonna put the push rods in, then we're gonna pop these dudes off. Actually, I'll pop these off, then do the push rods. It makes it nice and easy to be able to see up in there. And then we're gonna put those boxes on, which I'm very, very excited about. So here we go. I'll be honest, I haven't opened a service manual in a while. This is what they teach you how to do at MMI, read a service manual. From the index, go to the engine section, and that breaks down again with another index. I'm gonna go to cam compartment and components, 453, which is right here, and immediately we come to installing the cam plate, which has all the sequences, step 1, 2, 3, tightening, we'll do all that shit, and your pattern back here. There we are. There's pictures, there's everything, shows you everything, tells you everything. If you can read and you're mechanically competent, naturally, that's kind of a thing people have or don't have. If you don't, there's no worries, you're probably better at something else. But if you got some mechanical skills and you could like build Legos and shit, and you can read step 1, do this, step 2, do that, you can probably do this. Be very, 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 very attentive to all the small details like cleanliness and all that type of shit. But so the first thing we're gonna do is tighten the oil pump. Bolts 1 and 2, 12 to 60 inch-pounds. That is a very broad range. That much just means go like this with your fingers. Finger tight. Tighten screws 3 and 8 in this sequence is shown above. You gotta rotate the motor 360 degrees, then tighten 90 to 120 inch-pounds, so full torque on the cam plate. Final tighten the last screws on the oil pump, same sequence. 90 to 120 inch-pounds, and that's it. You only rotate it, you don't do shit to align the oil pump anymore. I'm just gonna like, not even that tight, I don't think. Just barely. I gave her just a barely. And then we're gonna rotate it a bunch. Now I'm gonna just snug it up again. None of these are even touching tight-wise. Still nothing on these dudes. See, no pressure. I'm gonna fingertip them. Gonna give a full rotation. People are here. 120 inch-pounds. Nice and snug. Rotation. Ta-da! All right, well, right now I'm gonna check the alignment on the pinion to this guy, which, let's throw a bolt in there real quick and get a little more accurate. So you don't want to have any more, your gap needs to be like 10 thousandths top to bottom. You want this thing to be pretty true, which is pretty hard to get a good reading with this big step up right here, but that's the way she goes. I usually just take her to 10. If this don't fit, we're good to go. We are not good to go. Well, I gotta go a long ways, like 19 thou, so let me find some spacers. These are my riding gloves. All right, I ran a 130. She is dead on. That shit is done. Now we can pull these dudes off and get to doing a little assembly. So I'm gonna spin this dude around until we find a timing mark. Timing mark. Line the timing mark up. Aligned. Aligned. Flat guy lined up with that dude right there just to make things easy for us. He's already there. The cam. I'm gonna get the flat guy up on top. I'm gonna get all these dudes kind of into place where they would be. So when I go push this guy together, it's not so much of a battle. Go on, you filthy bitch. Pushes the cam too far back into the cam plate, and then can't get the motherfucker on there. Just a little patience. Ooh, yeah. All right, that's dialed. Now, this guy comes out. I'm going to red Loctite this because I want it to stay there. Both of them. Cup. There's no timing marks. There's no nothing. I don't understand how it works. And the last one, I just bolted it in there and it worked. So let's try it. F it. 35 foot-pounds. I have a tool that wedges in here to stop this from doing it, but honestly, I never felt like it was worth the effort to go find it because I already got a screwdriver right here. And it works pretty good. 25 foot-pounds. Ah, beautiful. Next will be the chain tensioner. A little bit of red Loctite on these guys. 120 inch-pounds. God, I hate Torx bits. I need a cam cover gasket. Let's double check our cam sensor and make sure I didn't put that in wrong. Dead on. Dead on. Oh, this is a paper gasket too, that sucks. All right, going for a gasket. I'll be right back. One of the convenient parts of also having KruesiOriginals.com is that we have a lot of stuff at Access all the time. Cometic gasket. This is a metal gasket. This is a much better gasket. We run Cometic and all the stuff that we build ourselves. It's all available on KruesiOriginals.com. You too could just go build your own motorcycle right off that website. I got some blue Loctite on these. Everything's good. One last look. Put its pants back on. 120 inch-pounds. Should be loose for now. Is it time? All right, well, it's time to take these off at least. We'll pop them off and we'll have some ganders inside. Turkeys and ganders. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. All right, they're off. We're gonna do push rods next. We'll get that all set up, walk you through all that, and then we're gonna put them knucklehead boxes on and we'll get to see the final results of, this is the new Harley Davidson Knucklehead, 140 horsepower Knucklehead. Hell, Josh was here. Just moved to Arizona. Say hello.
Hello.
Probably one of the, if not the greatest motorcycle photographer of all time. My favorite. He's here. He lives here now. These are S&S push rods. These are 4 turns. I set them to 0 lash. Then I'm going to go 4 turns out from 0 lash at top dead center. Get the fuck out of my goddamn shit. These are already set at top dead center. Not bad. Is that camera making them fart noises?
Yeah.
Now we got about 15 minutes to kill, so we'll go outside for a minute and let this bleed down, make sure they spin. Rotate it a bunch of times, make sure it's not hitting the valves, not hitting the piston, none of that stuff. We got clearance all the way around. Everything rotates properly, then we'll lock them in. Do the same thing to the other side. Trent's in. Hale Joshua's filming. That's pretty awesome. We are going to throw these rocker boxes on. We have an idea of which way they go, but we don't really know. I know what a knucklehead looks like. I could look at one and go, there's a knucklehead. I know every one of the motors, but do I have that memorized in my head, every contour? No, because I don't care enough. So I would say they probably go like this. So you have, it steps back for clearance for an intake. And so I'm saying they probably go like this, but they could go like this too. I think I almost like that way better. I don't know. So I don't know. It looks good both ways. That's the problem. So I'm gonna hit up Blockhead. Let's call the man that made him.
What up?
Sup? We're under debate right now. So we have the rocker boxes on, but I'm not sure if we have them on the right direction. We kind of put them both ways, and honestly, they look sick both ways, so I need to know if we're doing is right. So this is where we're sitting right now.
Hold it above, like up a little bit. All right, they're backwards.
That's what I figured, because I figured they fit this other way.
As per true knuckle spec, yeah, it's basically it sticks out more in the very front, and then it tucks in as it goes towards the air cleaner. So you got the second set that we ever created, and between the set that I did, which was the first set, and this one, we took into like basically like user feedback, like customer feedback and the community, and we implemented those changes. So you have the second set ever in existence, and this is basically like V2, like the most up to date. So I haven't even seen them in person. Like we literally straight from the machining, straight to you. Like I didn't even get a chance to put hands on them.
Blockhead, where do they find you?
Blockheadmoto.com or YouTube at blockheadmoto.
The man, thank you very much. Peace. I'm gonna bolt these on. These dudes are bled down, so I can cap this off, rotate this, check this out. We'll do this side. We're almost done. Bamco sent us a whole ARP set for a whole entire bike for this build, which is awesome. And so we're gonna put everyone, most of them are really countersunk, so you can't see them. So that'll just be regular, nice stainless hardware down there, or factory. If we can run those, we'll use those. But everything that's external, which is only about 2 of them, that'll be 12-point ARP, nice stuff like that. Fuck, I'm doing push rods. Top dead center, I just put my finger over the spark plug hole and crank it. It builds pressure. I just keep turning it until it keeps continuously relieving air pressure out of my finger. Hear it blowing by. Once it stops blowing by and starts to suck, that's when you know, boom, you stop, you back off just a little bit, your top dead center compression. You can check it with a zip tie. I would say a zip tie because it's plastic and soft. Should be right there, right in the hole. Top of the piston. That means you're ready to set these dudes up and do that whole step over again. All right, the next piece of the puzzle is this giant HPI intake. This thing is super hard. I like how much volume it has. It looks dope. All right, the bolts are already in. There's a big hole right there. Got to have a long Allen to go through there. I'm gonna Loctite these dudes. Comes with the gasket and the hardware. This is probably the simplest intake ever. All right, back to this dude. You are going to need a very long 5/32 Allen to go through this little hole right here into the doodad. Put some Loctite on this bad boy. Need a ratchet. A little bit at a time. We'll ease her down on there. I think I might put anti-seize on these. Nope, 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 she feels good. Just need a little blow. Sometimes that's all we need to get back on our feet. Sometimes stainless gets really sharp and it tends to gall, and when it's in a tight situation like this, I just would rather it be smooth. These will be on the outside. They don't go to breathers, they don't do anything. They're fucking 3/8 bolts. I'm probably gonna torque them down to 35 foot-pounds, so I'd rather be safe than sorry. I like to think about the future because I'm gonna be the guy working on this thing down the road when I gotta service something, and I don't want a nightmare on my hands. Sometimes you gotta know when to Loctite them. Sometimes you gotta know when to grease them. Sometimes you gotta know just when to walk away and call somebody else. Maybe a friend. Or a lover. That was scary. Woo! I like the big ass HPI air cleaner cover. It looks sick. Like it fits the just overkill big hot rod look, you know, of the The big knucklehead boxes, that big nasty ass air cleaner sticking out the side, the points cover. There we are. I think that's pretty solid close. I'm pretty stoked on that thing. It looks real hard. It looks like the old billet like drag race motors, the old billet B-twin drag race Evos and stuff out in the late 90s and early 2000s. Just had all them hard lines. It's really dope. It's got some knucklehead nostalgia. It's gonna look cool in our very modern luxury chopper we are building. And you're gonna see it soon. You guys come out on the Hot Bike Tour. If you go to hotbiketour.com, register, you can come. It leaves October 1st out of Phoenix. We hit a bunch of stops like Flagstaff, Arizona, Zion, Utah, down into Vegas, and it ends at the finale where it's us versus Thrashin Supply. You could come ride with us. You can come have a good time with us. It's going to be super dope. And come vote for us, because that would be super dope if we won twice in a row. That would be awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Stay glued, because tomorrow we pick up the frames. It's going to get real intense around here. KruesiOriginals.com. Peace.